Hello and good evening. It is Thursday night. It is 7 p.m. It's time for content and cocktails. My name is Tom Stanhope, and there we go. I've just popped up on another screen. That's weird. Hang on, get rid of me. Go away. My name is Tom Stanhope. This is Content and Cocktails, and this is all about our weekly deep dive into all things video. If you've not come across me before, if this is the first time our paths have crossed, welcome. This is really just a weekly chance to sit down, have a drink, have a chat about all things video marketing. I love to help business owners use video to grow their businesses. That's what I've been doing for the last 20 years with businesses of all sizes, from solo coaches all the way up to multinational organizations. It's always been about video for me. That's what I know. That's what I do. And that's what I do in this group. So there's a couple of ways we do this. So I go live in lots of different places at the same time, but primarily this is for my group, Grow Your Business with Video. So if you're not a member, come on over and join. It's free, and it's a repository of all sorts of video marketing and video making knowledge. So what's this week about? Well, as always, we've got a cocktail on the menu to have this evening, but I will be talking about the challenge, which launches tomorrow. Now, we ran this challenge earlier in the year, the Go Live Get Happy Challenge, which is all about using live video, getting happy with live video, using it as a tool to grow your business. That's what it's all about. And that is what we're doing again. So this Friday, we open up the group, and it is going to be go. We're going to have a weekend of just getting to know each other. And then on Monday next week, we are going to start the challenge in earnest. 5 days of quick, simple, and easy tasks designed to get you going with video. So what's the cocktail this week, though? That's all that, that's what we're doing this week. But, I know you're here because you want to hear about the cocktail. So, if you're here, say hello, tell me how it's going, tell me what kind of day you've had. I've had a busy day today. Lots of prep, lots of kind of getting going and getting ready for the week ahead of me next week. But tonight we are mixing a slightly different cocktail to the one we'd normally have. We're going for a rose Negroni. Now this is using a spirit called Lanique, which is a rose flavored. So I had this Negroni a few days ago for the first time, and it was really nice. It basically kind of tasted like boozy Turkish delight, which was good. For some people, that's going to be their idea of hell, but for others, it's quite nice. So give me a hello. Tell me how you're doing whilst I make the cocktail. I will narrate what I'm doing. Hello, Claire. Lovely to have you here. How are you? How's your week been? So, a bit of ice, first of all, in the tumbler. Yeah, it is. It's one of these things that shouldn't necessarily work, but does. So, it's equal measures of Lanique. Oh, jeez, if I can open it. There we go. A measure of Lanique. I bought this on a whim. I saw it I was in Waitrose. Don't often go to Waitrose because it involves a trip over the river into Cornwall. But it was in Waitrose, and I picked up. It was on special offer. Hello, Scott. I think this cocktail may be your idea of hell. So a measure of Lanique, a measure of dry vermouth. And then we have a measure of Campari and a measure of gin. So it is not for the faint of heart, this. But actually, I can highly recommend it. It's a good tipple. Hello, Liz. How are you doing? Yeah, Claire says, wow, it is. Good evening, Mr. Boss. Good evening, Mr. Boss. So is anybody joining me with an evening tipple? Are you Are you joining me for a cocktail? So here we are. This is a rose Negroni, and I suspect this is a simple one-of cocktail for this evening, because I suspect more than one, and I'll be in trouble. Cheers. It's very nice. It does taste like a sort of basically a boozy Turkish delight. That's it. But yeah, gosh, it's quite a warming drink as well. It's sort of, you can feel it kind of. Mike says, does a mango beer count as a cocktail? And B, lose it? No, Mike. You lose no credibility. We are a broad church here. So cheers to your mango beer. Cheers to your cocktails. Cheers to your proseccos. Cheers to your green teas. Green tea sounds like a much healthier option. See you next week, Liz. I think you're in the challenge. I'm going to be letting everybody in tomorrow. It's going to be awesome. In fact, you know what? I'm going to tell you about the damn prizes. I am so excited about the prizes. Guinness for Scott. I'm excited about the prizes I'm giving away next week. So I'm going to tell you some of them. I think we talked about them a little bit last week, but I've firmed things up now. So we are going to give away as prizes during the challenge week. We are going to give away a video kit to turn your phone into a Go Live hub. So it's going to be like a tripod and a little light, a little microphone, a stand, and kind of a clamp and stuff like that. So you've got that going on. We're going to be giving away a gorgeous travel cocktail kit. It's a beautiful sort of leather band. There is an option for, so if you are vegan and if you win, I do have a vegan alternative to this. So I am mindful that we have people of who may not necessarily want leather goods. So there is a vegan option, but the second prize, which makes it sound like a sort of a downgrade. Claire, that'd be brilliant. I will put you. You may well find the link. Hang on, I will put the challenge link. Let me put the link up, and I will put it up so I don't forget it now. Where's it gone? Basically, if you follow my if you go to my profile or you're in the group or wherever you're watching this, if you have a poke around, there will be a link to something somewhere with me in the challenge. Hello, Lisa. So yeah, Claire, come and sign up. It'll be lovely to have you in. And hello, Lisa. Cheers. Welcome, newbie. Yeah, so first the one prize is the Go Live kit. The second prize is this beautiful travel cocktail kit. I mean, it's the most over the top thing. It's so stupid. I mean, it's those things where you think, gosh, does anybody really need the ability to make a martini in their car? The answer, of course, is yes, you do, but you shouldn't be driving it. So you can. It's the kind of thing that you could put in the back of your Morgan or your Rolls-Royce Silver Ghost, and as your chauffeur pulls up to the side of the riverbank, and you can get out, and he puts puts a rug out and will mix you a drink for you. So it's for that kind of scenario. So all you need to do is just make sure you've got a kind of a vintage classic car, a chauffeur, and a setting to use it in. It's all very simple, I promise you, but it's a lovely present. And the third prize, the top prize, they're all for slightly different things. And I'm going to reveal what they're for and how you're in it to win it on tomorrow's launch party. The third prize is a day's filming, so a day of filming with me, and that is either going to happen in person if you want it in person in the UK if you want it, or in person at the retreat location, which is going to be in Italy next year. So we are running a retreat next year for over 2 weeks. 10 people are going to be coming and filming a year's worth of content in the most glorious luxury villa setting. The villa is either going to be, it's either a Tuscan one or an Umbrian one, but either way, it's going to be the lap of luxury. So there's an opportunity to come and join me for a few days there and kind of soak up the. I mean, this is all assuming that kind of COVID doesn't completely piss on our chips again, if you'll excuse the expression. If assuming COVID doesn't kind of do bad things to the world, but it will be a glorious setting. Mike, you'll be pleased to know that this is quite a nice cocktail. It rides that sort of Negroni sweet and sour line, kind of very well. So those are the prizes on offer next week. But what's next week about? I wanted to spend a bit of time this evening kind of digging into the reason. So first of all, why did I do this challenge in the first place? Why am I doing this? Every blooming person on the planet at the moment seems to be running a challenge. And yes, I am selling a course off the back of it, but that's my Video Academy course. But I came into this wanting to run a challenge that would stand on its own 2 feet, that wasn't something that was just kind of designed to spool out a little bit of a system and give you a little bit of a taste of something. I wanted it to be an encapsulated experience. I wanted it to be something which, if you came and did the course and decided, if you came and did the week with me and thought, you know what, I don't, that's enough for me. I wanted it to stand on its own and to deliver value as its own thing. So if you came into my challenge universe for a week and then spun off and used everything you'd learnt to create amazing live video content, that would make me profoundly happy. Because one thing that I've learnt from personal experience, but also working with lots of people, is that actually that moment that you decide to embrace the kind of the sort of fear, as it were, and be present and visible with your audience, and not hide behind a brand, or not hide away sort of, kind of occasionally foraying out to do sort of business networking. That is when really big, exciting and interesting things can happen. We have at our disposal, with social media platforms, the capacity to create live video content which can connect with your ideal audience in a way that is unlike anything else. It has a power that is disproportionate to the investment. So you can press go live on your phone and be live in front of your audience like that, and you can be building rapport, building an audience, building a customer base with live video for almost nothing other than an investment of courage and strategy and purpose. Very often that is it. It's not expensive. It just requires a bit of planning and a bit of courage. I hated the idea of being in front of the camera for so long, because particularly with live video, it really, I thought about all the potential things that could go wrong. And you know what? Here I am, having basically built a business off the back of going live once a week and having a drink. Hello, Kelly. I thought I was very lucky. I was fortunate. I was able to go and do some training for Kelly. Was it last night or the night before last? I can't remember. Might have been last night. The week is kind of blurring into one big dash to the finish line. But it was lovely. I had a great time in speaking with Kelly's group. But the live video has the capacity to change your business, but you have to come at it with a plan. And the week is all about delivering that plan. So when I say, come and spend a week with me and master live video, I genuinely mean that. It is about mastery, and it is about kind of building out a process that you can follow and that you can use to develop your kind of your ideas that you're taking to your lives, taking to your audience in a way that feels achievable. And we deal with the mindset stuff. So it's not just about the strategy. There are four main pillars to both live and pre-recorded video. And they are the strategy. So you've got to have a plan. We all know that. It's business. You've got to have clear ideas of where you're going, how you're getting there, what you're doing. The second one is the mindset. So it's really interesting. Lisa, your comment has just popped up. Going live scares the poop emoji out of me. And you know what? You're not alone. You're not alone. So many people do. But the mindset part of this is so important, and spending some time mastering the mindset, the go live mindset, understanding what it is that is driving the fear, and putting those go live fears to rest. You can do it, and you can do it very quickly. So the mindset pillar is really important. Then you've got the story. Getting your story straight, being clear about the storytelling that you're going to be doing in your lives. I know Scott is kind of a big fan of storytelling in business, and we kind of we've talked about this many times, and we know the power of story. Story is a wonderful tool to connect with people in a way that is comprehensible, emotional, and is kind of focused on them and their needs. As business owners, it's so easy to spend a lot of time talking about what we do. We do this for our customers. We do this. But if you become story focused in your communication, it all becomes about how you help them. It doesn't become about you. It's not about you. It's about your audience, the heroes in your journey. So we talk about the story you're going to be telling, how you articulate that story. And then we look at the tech, the skills and the tech. What skills and what tech do you need to be going live? So, but you know what? That's you. That's okay. I think the really interesting. So I want to keep my powder dry for next week, but I'll give you so if you are communicating with an audience that gets you, it doesn't matter about that. It doesn't matter if you are being yourself, if you're getting excited, because you will have a plan that you can refer to, and we've got it. And there's structure that I'll be teaching next week, so that if you do get too excited and lose your thread, you've got something to refer to. But if you're dropping a few F-bombs, who cares? If that's you, your audience is going to be okay with that, because they're there for you. They are there because they love you and what you're bringing to the party. So yeah, we'll be talking about all of that. But here's something that doesn't get talked about very much, because we get all a little bit British about it. As business owners, we're running businesses, generally speaking, because we want to earn money. We want to make a living doing what we're doing. We want to make a living doing what we're doing. And we don't just want to get by. We want to make a good living. Nobody becomes a business owner. Nobody becomes an entrepreneur because they think, oh, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to work for below minimum wage. Really hard for below minimum wage. But that is what so many business owners find themselves doing. And I've been there. My God, I've been there. but I can genuinely say, with my hand firmly on my heart down there somewhere. Yeah, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere inside there. that the big shifts for my business happened when I started using live video. I use pre-recorded a great deal in my business anyway. And incidentally, I'm going to be doing a special training next week all about creating pre-recorded reels. So it's not so as a sort of a bonus training next week, there is going to be a section on reels, and I'm going to walk you through how I have created 365 reels in a month, pre-recorded, ready to go out, starting October. I've been experimenting and I have a lot of reels that I've made. I took on a new client and sold a video. These people watch. Exactly. Video sells. Hello, Karen Dawkins. Cheers. We drink it, Karen. Tonight we're drinking a rose Negroni, which is super kind of, it's basically like kind of boozy Turkish delight. It's very nice. Yeah, so talking about this, no business owner comes into this because they're thinking, yeah, I'd love to work for below minimum wage, but really, really hard. We come into it because we have ambitions. We have a vision for what we want, what we think life can be like. And it's kind of it saddens me when I see people who, like me, had kind of who were living that struggle. And what I'll be sharing over the week is this kind of is the journey I've been on as well. The journey I went on to take myself from invisible to visible, but also I'm going to be very honest about what that journey meant for my bottom line in my business. And and here's a spoiler alert, it was good. So, okay, Karen, you're going to like this. It's really nice. So it involves I've got to tell it because Karen is a video academician. So Karen signed up for Video Academy on the first ever inaugural Video Academy. But we've been in other groups together and very much enjoy Karen's group as well. So this is a rose spirit. It's made from a distillation of a particular species of rose. What is it? When you drink Lanique, you're drinking the true spirit of rose, enjoyed for over 200 years throughout European aristocracy by kings, queens, and emperors. Lanique is the pure distillation of 18th century splendor recreated in this modern world. Now that's some copywriting. That sounds like complete bobbins. So it's Lanique. It's equal measures of Lanique, a bit of white vermouth, a bit of dry vermouth, Campari, and gin. So I mean, it is just like it's a tumbler full of hard liquor, but it is very nice. So cheers. So I'll be taking you through that process with honesty and kind of I guess compassion as well, because I know that there's a lot of people out there who find the idea of going live very, very, very scary, and I completely get that because it is. I thought, God, I mean, the stories I told myself to stop myself going live are probably ones that feel very familiar. I thought things like, who's going to want to hear from me? Who's going to, will people kind of basically point and laugh? Will they go, who are you to do this? Who are you to go live? Who the hell do you think you are, Tom Stanhope? Ooh, you're so vain. Who do you think is going to watch? So that, they're thinking, what happens if the tech goes wrong? What happens if I lose my place? All of those things. And I know people out there are having the same thoughts. Give me a thumbs up if you feel that sometimes about the kind of the world of live video. But the wonderful part of this, the end of this story is that it's all overcomable. None of that is a problem if you put the right pieces into place. When I first started going live, I was very specific about the places I'd go live. So I would just go live in my private group. And then slowly but surely, as my confidence grew, I found myself thinking, I wonder if I should be going live on my business page at the same time. Of course, the answer is yes, you absolutely should. So I use the tool StreamYard, this tool, to realize stuff. I'm going to put my. So this here is the sign up challenge. If you're not signed up, get signed up. It's going to be great fun. These are all challenges that are there to be overcome. Like, yeah, absolutely, Kelly. I think that's true. It's the challenge of the tech is great, and it's actually quite a nice thing once you've mastered it. Once you've got a setup that works really well, it's a thing of beauty. I mean, I've now got a setup where I can go live in my study, in my incredibly messy study. I never turn the camera on because it's an absolute disgrace. But it takes me all of 30 seconds to be live at a decent quality. You know, what I'm at the very. Oh well, yeah, of course, yes, with your theatre background. So as I sort of gently crept further and further into the public eye, I was like, oh, I wonder if I should go live on my business page. And I went live on my business page. And then I was like, I wonder if I should go live on YouTube at the same time. And of course, every time I ask the question, the answer is yes, absolutely, you should. If this is about visibility, then pushing your kind of head further around the door, kind of going, hello. You want to get to as many people as possible. The maximizing effect of going live, and the real benefit was when I started going live on my personal page as well, on my personal feed. So I know people will be coming from all. So actually, yeah. So we've got a couple of people who are viewing me on my personal feed. We've got somebody from blooming Twitch again. Who's on Twitch? If you're on Twitch and you're watching us, say hello. It's our weekly Twitch view. I don't know who this is, but you're very, very welcome here. And cheers to you, my weekly Twitch watcher. So the last Rubicon to cross was going live on my personal page as well. And I did that. And you know what? It was fine. Nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. Only good things happened because I'm connected to bloody lovely people. What happens occasionally is my mum says hello and lets me know that she's watching, which is lovely. So nothing happened. Nothing bad happened. But I thought, oh, what will people think of me? Will people think I'm an awful person? Of course they won't. Of course they won't. So there we go. Let's see what folks are saying. Oh, Rose the Cures. It does sound nice, and it is. It's a lot nicer than it has any right to be. Actually, it does. It is awesome. I can feel it working its magic already. How we, Mike Mike Boss is probably lurking in the background, waiting for me to dive in for number 2, which I might. Yes, challenge of the tech. Karen says, I still feel uncomfortable going live in a public space like my page or personal profile. I'm totally happy in my group there. I think that's a really important line for you. I think you could you'll knock it out of the park. Theatre background. Show must indeed go on. Twitch is a funny one. I'm going live on there because it was an easy space to go live in, and I will be honest, I don't think it's where my core audience is. I may be an enormous nerd, as evidenced by the cheeky 20-sided dice lurking in the background. But Twitch isn't necessarily my core audience here. Being summoned by the kids, yes. Well, cheers, Lisa. See you next week. Kelly, my group. I'm blushing. No, it was lovely. It was a lovely session, actually. Really great session. Thank you for having me. So yeah, the personal page live can feel like the last last stage to sort of cross. And for many businesses, it might be completely unnecessary. What I realised is actually, as I've got deeper into this, how much I really loved, how much I really love live video. And actually, I want to share. I'm kind of evangelical about it to a certain degree. So I want as many people to know about it as possible, and to be using it to put money on the bottom line. Because as I was saying, we don't get into business because we think, I love the idea of working crazy hours for below minimum wage. We run a business because we want to make some damn money. We want a life that is better than the one we would have in a regular job. So we have to use every tool available to us. And live video is a tool that can connect you with people in a way like nothing else. Take the conversations we've been having this evening. Having conversations with Karen, I've never met you in real life. I'm really looking forward to meeting. But I feel like we've developed a kind of a relationship, a friendship through basically chatting online. We've had lots of Zoom calls now, but that wouldn't have happened without this. It's like Mike. I've never met Mike online, but we met in another group, and I think the kind of the regular live video, it helps build deep relationships which makes business more than just business. But oh man. Indeed, we are. Well, hopefully we'll meet in person before then, with the kind of the wrap party. But Barcelona, man, I have a suspicion that is going to be messy. Yes. How many people are going? So Danny. So many of you will know Danny Wallace, the Queen Bee herself, and her and Deep kind of put out a shout out about going to Barcelona en masse. And I think I can't be the only guy going to that. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be significantly in the minority. So flying over there to do a bit of about 60 people. Oh my God. Oh lordy. I must ask if I'm still the only chap going. So you fancy coming to Barcelona, Scott? It'll be good fun. I don't know if there'll be anybody surviving by the end of it. I won't be, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, so we will be meeting in person in Barcelona, which will be lovely. I've never been to Barcelona. I'm very excited about the prospect of going. Oh, is there another chap? Excellent. I will find out who it is. I wonder if Wallace is going over. It does sound dangerous. I've never been to Barcelona. I really fancy it, but it's a really good opportunity to spend some time with a bunch of nice people, and that wouldn't have happened without this online space. And I think the kind of the beauty of it is that you can build relationships with people all over the planet in the blink of an eye. Live video does that. So the benefits are kind of outrageous. And when I say the cost is minimal, but you could go live tonight by grabbing some books or some Lego off your kids and building a little stand for a phone, putting it up and pressing go live and talking to people. But you've got to do it with purpose, and that's what the week is about. It's about sort of bringing purpose to the live, making it part of a wider structure, making it something repeatable. So I will be launching a course off the back of this, Video Academy 2, which always, I've said this before. It just reminds me of, it's now to the stage where it just makes me think, every time I say it, I think of Police Academy, which isn't necessarily a great thing to think of, but Video Academy 2 will be far better than Police Academy 2, I promise you. I will be the challenge week will have that in mind, but like I say, it stands on its own. If you come in and you do the challenge, you're not going to feel shortchanged. You're going to feel like you've had a full meal. Hopefully, you'll be left wanting more and come and do Video Academy. But if you go, actually, that was good. It's not for me right now. That's cool. That's good. The only thing I'd say is be action takers. Take action. If you're coming and being involved in the challenge, use it and use it hard, because it has the capacity to change your business profoundly. Karen, we are moving into the implementation month. So we have, although I am doing a couple of extra bonus trainings, because as I've gone along, so it's been really interesting. So the first, Karen was in the first cohort, and as part of the first cohort, part of it was me working out what people needed, because obviously I've built out a course based on 20 years of being in this industry, and it's teaching video for business growth in all sorts of different ways. But yeah, we've got a month of implementation, but during that month there are actually going to be other trainings as well. So it's kind of the focus in the next 4 weeks are going to be about the implementation, but then you all transfer over into the membership group anyway. And what I'm doing is the membership group is coming back to life, because it's kind of a little bit dormant at the moment. As I was kind of working out what to do with it. So the membership is kind of springing back to life as well at the point you transfer over. So you have your implementation month and the few sort of final trainings and our live in real life get together, which has sort of been slightly postponed by kind of events from my personal life in kind of the last sort of fortnight. But yeah, implementation week, because that's one of the things we've added in. We've added in a month of kind of just implementation, putting stuff together, because I don't want anybody on the course to be kind of coming out the other end not doing. I will stand behind everybody with a big stick and wave it menacingly. But lovingly, not menacingly. Maybe, come on, going. Because I want to see everyone win. I want to see everyone win big. It has been very thorough, and that's what I wanted. I don't want to be leaving anything out. Yeah, good. And it's been lovely having you there, Karen, as well. So yeah, what's new? I'm trying to think if anything else has been happening this last week. I've spent a lot of time driving my daughter to and from school. She started at a new school that's half an hour up the road. I have spent a lot of time in the car, and I'm realizing that we need to move closer. So we have made a resolution as a family that we are going to be buying a house in Ashburton in Devon early next year. Come by hook or by crook, it will happen. So that's it really. If you like the idea of kind of a bit of live video training for a week, come and join me. You can see it here. Look, it's kind of calling its way across. Look. Okay, it's coming. There we go. Look, it's off. It's going. So sign up. Follow the link below. Well, you can't click them, but just use your hands to put that information into the browser. Come and sign up. It'll be good fun. I promise it won't be a waste of time. That is my firm and solemn promise to you, is that time spent learning about live video will not be time wasted. And you won't be getting the thin stuff. You'll be getting the good stuff, the choice cuts. Yeah. Any questions? So we'll now move into what would be normally the sort of video Q&A section. So do you have any video making questions for me? Is there anything you'd like to know about video, or just anything you'd like to know? You know what, Karen? I'm going to tell you a story about how Una and I, about 15 years ago, went on a weekend away to a lovely little town in mid Wales called Llandeilo, which is a beautiful town, has a lovely hotel. We went to a rather lovely hotel called the Cawdor, and had a fantastic meal there. And the morning after, we went for a walk around Llandeilo, and it was a sort of a crisp autumnal Sunday morning, and we were walking through a park in the town, and following us were a couple, and we could hear them say, "It's them, it's them, look, it's them." We were mistaken for Kirsty and Phil, which I found deeply offensive. I think Una didn't like either very much. My capacity for being mistaken for balding TV, I hesitate to use the word stars, but balding TV personalities, is clearly an ongoing sub theme in my life. So having been, I think the defining feature is that I'm relatively tall, and I'm bald, and I was wearing a long coat. I think that was the basis of the. At a distance, if you squinted, we could have been mistaken for Kirsty and Phil in mid Wales. But there's a couple there who probably tell the time. Do you remember that time when we saw Kirsty and Phil walking hand in hand through the park? Exactly. This is it. I don't look anything like. I look nothing like him. Even 15 years ago, I'm a bit slimmer. I think at a distance, they must have thought, "Oh, it's them." So it was so ridiculous. It didn't make any sense to us then. It didn't make any sense to me now. But maybe through sort of a slightly misty Sunday morning, and with kind of a distance, but it was close enough where we could hear them and they would see them pointing. But yeah, that's it. Exactly. Una's hot. I like her. Hope she's not watching. She'd find that very, very embarrassing. Yeah, no. It was weird, but yeah, there you go. I know they wouldn't let the problem is that I've got to move because I'm wasting. I'm not wasting. I'm spending 2 hours a day driving up and down a chuffing A38, which is fine. But I'm literally gonna run out of podcasts very soon. At some point in the next 3 or 4 months, I'll listen to all the podcasts. I listen to a lot of podcasts anyway, but I don't think I've got enough to keep me going. Ones that I want to listen to anyway. She's great. I love her greatly. Yeah, there we go. It's very good. I can highly recommend the Rose Negroni. It's good. It's basically boozy Turkish delight, which I can completely get behind. Right. I am going to end this rambling monologue. Thank you so much for being with me. I will see you all. I'm going to be live tomorrow night for the launch party of the group, of the Go Live Get Happy Autumn group. So there's going to be a little bit of a sort of online jamboree tomorrow evening. It's going to be awesome. I cannot wait. Genuinely, hugely excited. I will, Karen. We will make sure that when we get together, I will make some rose Negronis because they're bloody lovely. Afterwards, obviously. Right, guys, take care. Have a lovely evening. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. If you haven't signed up, sign up now. Look, there it is. It's there. It's going to be great.